Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in my last Get Ready With Me video, that big red look, I unboxed this Beauty Creations set, and today we're going to use some of the stuff in here. I'm trying to do like a full face of first impressions, but I don't have a full face worth of makeup of new stuff, so we're just gonna try and use as much as we can. So today, from our little case, I am gonna be using the Cowgirl Cuties eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use one of the blush sticks. I think I'm gonna go with the lightest shade. This is Desert Bloom. We're gonna use that. And then I'm gonna do a tinted lip balm. This one is Bronco Babe. We're gonna use that one. And then I think we're gonna use a lip oil over top. So this is the Everything Nice lip oil, and this is the one with Blossom on it. So we'll start with these. And if you didn't see that video, you can check out like the unboxing, but I got this at TJ Maxx. This is a hair and body spray with like glitter. These are face and lip masks. There's another blush, another tinted moisturizer, 2 lip oils. So that's what we're gonna work with today. And I'm just gonna get in and get started here. So I wanted to do something kind of light skin-wise because I am filming a few things. So I didn't want my skin to be real like bogged down for a long time. I think I'm also gonna do a wig today because I didn't do one last time. So yeah, I have a bunch of stuff here, some of which you've seen me use before, some of it you haven't. So we'll just kind of see what we can do. For this look, I want it to be kind of Western inspired. So I'm going to find my wig that's kind of like the cowboy copper color, and then put on a little outfit that kind of matches that vibe. I'm not saying it's gonna be like exact Western wear, but it will be similar. Yeah, there's actually like a rodeo coming to my city in a couple months. I think I'm gonna go. I think it could be fun. I used to ride horses when I was little, like not competitively or anything. My grandparents just had horses, and I really miss it. Like, it was always really fun for me here, but we're just gonna roll with the eyes. So from the shadow palette, we have lots to choose from, but I really want to use this blue because I think blues are really important. If you have a blue in your palette, you should definitely, like, that should be included in a review. I like the Fool's Gold here, so maybe combine those ones. And I really like the green and this Diamond Lasso. But first, you have to do the most important step. So I'm gonna start with the color, I think Two Step. That's this light color here with the little boot on it. I think this is kind of peachy, and I think that'll be a good transition color. Roundup would also be okay, but I think it's a little bit too dark for my skin tone for what I want to do with just like highlighting under the brow and creating a bit of transition. So this is a pretty fluffy light brush, and I will say the color is coming off pretty well. I'm not feeling like it's hard with these light colors to see, but I mean, I think it's giving me quite a bit of kickback. I won't lie. In the pan, when I tap it, there's a lot of, like, I feel like I'm gonna have to, you know. So in the crease, I think we go in with Tumbleweed here. That's just this kind of neutrally brown. See how dark this is. I'm going in with a really light hand on this shader brush. definitely pigmented. I'm not putting very much pressure at all. Only used one product from Beauty Creations before, so this is definitely giving me more of an idea of what their whole line is like, because I have that orange liquid blush with the cushion tip that I use sometimes. That is from Beauty Creations. Go into some of these more tricky shades. I'm gonna go in with Fool's Gold on the flat brush. Not a ton of kickback in the pan. This color makes me think of that yellow that used to be in the Subculture palette, the Anastasia one. You guys remember when that came out? It was like a whole controversy. I will say, as I'm tapping this on, I'm not noticing a lot of fallout, if any. It's more that like dusty kind of mustard yellow, not like straight yellow. And it's definitely, you can build it up and make it a lot brighter. So the colors I'm not going to be using today are Bronco Babe, Roundup, Pink Quartz, Cowgirl Charm, or Desert Dusk. I think everything else I'm going to use. So I can do a more neutral look with this at some point. If you guys are interested, let me know. So I'm just gonna blend this. We'll go in with a Southern Belle. That's the blue that I'm really interested in. She is very pretty. That's so bright. I love that. And I'm not using a white base. I'm just using my regular old concealer. That's so bright. Okay, loving the blue. Sometimes these powder blues are so chalky and difficult to work with. This is creamy dreamy. Love her. I'm going to go into Diamond Lasso now. That is this shimmer. And we're gonna see how she performs, because shimmers are important. I will say the impression, as soon as I touched it, was like gone. So my little bullhead here is not gonna last very long, that's for sure. But it's a little more, it's definitely diamond. Like, it looks a little blue in the pan. And I'm doing 2 layers just with a little packing brush. And I would say it stayed pretty well put. It's not like raining down my face, which I'm gonna put on my liner. I'm gonna do a brown liner. I think black will kind of overtake this whole look. So we're gonna go in with brown. It's also not a color I use a lot. I'm not even gonna do a really big wing or lashes because I don't want to cover up this color story we have going on here. So because I'm doing a smaller lash, I am gonna curl my lashes so they're not like too flat, because sometimes when I put like a fake lash on, it kind of lifts them up. But we're just gonna do a little curl. And I am using black mascara. I actually just ordered brown lashes. Like, they are like a little bit warmer and they're kind of fluffy, and I think they're gonna create something really pretty when I use them. Do a little half lash. It's just these little guys. I've used the top 2 pair, but these ones, literally, they're such a nice little accent. I'm just gonna get my base done and out of the way. So I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. I've never used this before. I don't even know if I've ever used an e.l.f. foundation before. I don't even know if this is my color. It looks a little light, but, and I'm using a new sponge as well. Okay, skin tint sounds like light coverage, and this is not. Okay, I may have overdone it here. I know it has sunscreen in it, but this is like white. I mean, okay, it matches my neck, I think. I don't know. It still seems like maybe it's a little light. But this is like white face paint. You cannot take a picture with flash in this. I'm white, but am I really this white? Good thing I brought this out. This is a powder foundation from CoverGirl that I was gonna set this all with because I thought the skin tint wouldn't be full coverage enough. So let's almost have to put this on to bring all the warmth back to my skin. Yeah, the coverage is nice on that skin tint, but it looks like I'm like inhuman. Now adding this over top is helping. Also, that color says it's fair warm. On what planet? Go in and do my under eye. I'm torn between, I think I'm gonna do the greens. I think that would be pretty. So I'm gonna start with the Rowdy Roundup. That's the dark green from like Buttercup section. I'm going with a smudge brush right under my eye. A lot of fallout from these shadows. Actually, honestly, this one doesn't even have any fallout either. So I am impressed with that because these greens are sometimes hard to work with too. I'm gonna go into the same brush and go into Sage Brush, which is the glitter, and add that in the inner corner at the bottom. And I'm just gonna connect that dark green. Super pretty. I love it. Okay, good thing I was able to salvage this because I was gonna scream. This is just a clean brush that I'm just gonna blend everything together with. In my waterline, I'm gonna use this olive green color I have just so I can get right in there with it. I almost skipped bronzer for this. Thank God I didn't. So we're gonna do a little here, help blend out some of that harsh white. Add to my nose as well, just because I didn't really put a lot of powder there. I don't care if the wig I'm about to put on has bangs. You gotta warm me back up here. I'm just dusting what's left kind of everywhere. Okay, blush. This is the stick blush from the box. What color is this? Desert Bloom. So we'll see how it's swirly, so could get the two colors together and it just twists up. And I think I'm just gonna use my sponge to blend. Creamier than I thought it was. It's also a little more pink than I was expecting. I mean, it's obviously pink, but it's very pigmented as well. That's the theme of today, as everything being way more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. But this we can very easily fix. A little bit of highlight here. Soft and gentle, just the old standby going on top there. I would say this I will definitely use underpainting next time, since she's very bright, and I'll definitely use less. Let's just set this down before we even put lips on. I'm actually afraid to put on this tinted lip balm now. It says that's brown on the outside, but I would say this is definitely more of a wine color. I'm afraid of how much color payoff this is gonna have, but let's go for it. This is not brown at all. No, this color cannot be correct. Okay, so I put on my little denim like top and a hat because I felt that was, you know, fitting. We're gonna try the other color. I feel like they're kind of the same, but they definitely have mint in them. So I'm gonna use my finger to kind of take some of this color out, because when I think tinted lip balm, I don't like, to me this is more than a tint. So I'm gonna hit it with the pink lip oil. It doesn't feel sticky. And there's definitely a scent or a flavor to it. But so this is it. This is the full face of first impressions. Favorite things, definitely the eyeshadow palette. The lip oil I'll reach for when I just want like no makeup day. Yeah, I think the eyeshadow really impressed me the most. So that's it for me. If you guys are interested in this is not sponsored or anything, but these people don't know who I am. Are you kidding me? TJ Maxx is where I found this case, but you can find it other places. I don't know if Beauty Creation still has it, or if it was like a summertime thing or whatever, but you still can find this online certain places. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.